What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If this is your first time checking out my channel, my name is Tony, and today we're talking kind of a little bit of a controversial for the more of the ZR2, but for the lower ones, for the Trail Boss and Z71s, or even the work truck, and it doesn't come with steps, you may want to look at these. These are actually very, very nice steps. So while I'm showing you guys the unboxing of it, this is by Boost Auto. They're actually based out of, actually not too far. They're only really an hour and 5 hours from me on the west side of Chicago. And they make some extremely good product. I was actually really surprised on how well it actually is. And it looks super nice. And it's all made here in the USA, which is super nice. It is made with 6000 series Aerospace grade aluminum with some high quality LEDs. So I cannot say how nice these things are, and I did give them some feedback, especially if they can take this and turning it into an actual rock slider for the off-roading industry. They have a solid gold mine. And I messaged, his name is Josh, super nice guy, awesome to talk to. I gave him some of my feedback when I first put these on. I've been running these for the last few days now, and because if you saw my last video, these things were actually on. So I gave him some good feedback as an off-road industry, for the off-road world. You know, because these are kind of really nice for the streets, but they have some really good stuff they can do, especially if it comes down to it. So let's just jump into install video. So I'm going to put the link in the description down below, so definitely go check out their install, because I can't beat that. They they do a really thorough job on installing, especially if you have either a Canyon or the Colorado. So yeah, here we go. So like I said, the steps are an aero grade 6000 aluminum chassis. So right down here is your big LED strip, which is nice that this thing glows white, or it also works with your turn signal. So then it also, you have an option to get this really nice thick, they got this really nice thick pad right here, so it's really, I mean, you can definitely feel like when you step on it, your foot is not going to slip. They do have a couple designs in here. You can either just get it all like solid. I went with the triangles that kind of remind me of a little bit of mountains. And then they have like a hexagon. I went with the gray, since there's really nothing blue or red that goes with my truck. So I ended up going with the gray. Like I said, Boost Auto. These are Luma Steps M1s. These things are amazing. I'm going to show you the Rocklights. Unfortunately, it's daytime right now, and hopefully maybe if it's not storming out here in a few, we can get some nighttime shots. So you can see how this thing lights up, and it actually, and I got one little picture that I'll post up right here of the lights, and it actually glows pretty well on the ground, and I'm very excited to actually use these. So if you actually go to use your turn signal, which I'm going to turn on the turn signal right here, and it just looks pretty sweet. I mean, as soon as you hit the turn signal, it turns on, and it works just with the signal. So when this is flashing, that's flashing. So that's pretty neat, and the wiring is actually super easy to run. And so just kind of, you know, turn that this side, same thing. And this right here is for the Rocklights. I have a switch pod system coming in, and this is going to be hardwired to the switch pod actually for the Rocklights. And I know not steps are going to be a lot for a lot of people, for especially having a ZR2 and you guys wheel them, because it does sit about flush with the frame of the truck. My personal opinion, which I told Josh, is if they raise this bar up about 1.5 inches and sucked it into roughly around 1 inch or so, you're going to be up here a little bit more, and actually using instead of using the body bolts, use the frame bolts, and I think that would be 100% a really good. And then if we can put some maybe a metal protection under here, this is a really good setup for a perfect rock slider in my personal opinion, because you're getting the Rocklights, you got this nice pad you're not going to slip on, and it's American made. Personally I love American made products, and for coming from the auto industry and learning on especially how manufacturing is, American made products are actually a really big thing to me. Yeah, you guys can make fun of me when I had my WRX, but most of my vehicles were always American assembled. They weren't always, or they're not really American made, they are American assembled. But again, this is very high quality. So if you're looking for a step for either, like I said, your Z71, your Trail Boss, your work truck, give these guys a look. You may not want these. They do have just a basic step, which I think runs around $550, which is it's actually pretty good in my personal opinion for this kind of quality. And if you want the Rocklights, or if you want the turn signals, this is a very good product, and it's nice and strong. The only other thing I would think is, I mean, if they go with the rock slider, they're gonna have to beef up these brackets a little bit more to take a little bit of the full weight. Because just me lifting, I can lift this up, but that's also body bolted, not frame bolted. But I think me personally, I think they're onto something with their Rocklights. And I know they got a pretty big following on Instagram, so go follow them if you don't. And I'm sure we're going to be doing something. Hopefully we do more stuff, and we can really, really turn these things into a mean sliding machine, because they're onto something, and this is awesome. So again, this is Boost Auto's a step for the trucks, and this will fit the Canyons and the Chevy Colorados, and definitely give them a look at, especially if you have the rock sliders. I know GM makes their steps and stuff, but some people may not like that and they don't even want it, so they may want to switch it out to a step. And my wife actually likes these. She actually really enjoyed getting into it without jumping into the truck with my 35s and the 2-inch lift. So definitely give these guys a look. I'm going to put everything in the description down below, and we have a ton more things coming into this channel, and we are only getting started. I know I took a little break, and like I said in my last video, we are going to be popping out some videos, and we're supposed to go down to the Ozarks this weekend, but it looks like they're just calling for thunderstorms the entire week, so we're probably not going to end up going this week. Maybe push it back a couple weeks. So again, go check these guys out. An amazing, nice product, well made, American made, and I cannot thank them enough for sending these out. These are very nice, and I'm thank you that they actually reached out to me. I did not reach out to them. I greatly appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you guys like these. Leave me down in the comments down below if you guys are going to stick with the rock sliders, or if you guys are looking for a kind of a step slider, or just a step in general. So I'm really curious on how many people actually are interested in steps, a step slider, or you're just going to leave the factory slider on. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It does me wonders. My goal is by the end of the year to hit 1,000. I think right now we're at about almost 800, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're at 780 or so. So we're almost there. We're almost up to my goal. About 220 more to go or so. So tell me what you guys think of these while I'm showing you guys some of the B-roll here for a second. And so yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, if this is your first time checking out my channel, I greatly appreciate you guys hitting the like and subscribe button. And don't worry, I'll catch you guys on the next one, because we got a lot more coming. Peace out.